so I've just put our 2 little pieces of pearl there. They are the same size. They need to be probably about 8 millimeters, 7 to 8 millimeters, so that they're just under a centimetre, but they could be up to half a centimetre. It depends on how big you want to make them, because if you look at this one now, which I've just pre-bent, you know, it's a good size, that one, and it just looks quite nice in that area. But you might want something that's a little bit more delicate, so you might want to go for something that's a bit smaller. So to bend it, you need to take your tweezers where you want to bend it. So obviously, if I'm bending this now, I want to make sure that there's a little bit more on this side if I'm bending it down on this side. Okay, so I need to make sure that I grip them really, really well. I'm just going to put that better into the tweezers, and I'm just going to bend that side like that. Okay, so I'm then going to just take a look, and you might want to just do it with your fingers a little bit more and make it a slightly better V. Okay, and then that'll fit nicely into that area there. Okay, so that's our 2 little V's that we've got, and we're just going to stitch those down. So I'm going to start in the V. I'm going to take this one here, and they will just flick about everywhere, so you just need to be really, really careful. And as long as you go over the actual pearl, then that'll be fine. So you might want to just take your tweezers, and so I'm just going to take them in the tweezers. I'm just going to put it where it needs to be and then pull that down. Otherwise it will just jump everywhere, but if you pull it like that, and then when you pull it down, then it will just fall nicely, but it will move again. So you need to make sure that you come up with your next stitch where you want to be. So I'm just going to go this side first, and then I'm going to go on the other side. So see how it's moved there? So I'm going to just hold it down, making sure that my thread also stays on the other side. So this is a little bit tricky, because you've got to try and hold your pearl, but also be holding your thread at the same time. As soon as you've got those first 2 stitches on, then the next ones will be no problem at all. You only have to do 1 more stitch on this. So it's those first 2 tricky stitches, making sure that it's in the right place, and then you can do your last stitch and just make sure that it definitely goes over the edge there, and then it holds that in place like so. Now you might just want to lift that slightly so that it just falls just on the edge there of your hairline. Okay, so we're going to do this one next. So again, I'm just going to come over here and go to about there. So I'm just going to go down. I'm going to put my little bit of pearl in the V, and then again we're going to take it down to the fabric like that. Again, it will move. We can see that it's moved already, so you just need to make sure that you're happy with where it's going to be. Let's just see if that's going to be in the right place when I've got it in. I think so. Oops, pulled it a little bit on the tight side there. Just going to take that down and make sure that that definitely comes over that end, just there, and then it'll capture that in and pull it down. Okay, so that's our first one. That's our second stitch, sorry, and then we can just stitch this one nicely in here. This one actually fits just inside the hairline. and it looks really good there. So we'll just make sure that we are stitching that right there. Okay, so that is our Queen's head. I'll just show you the full version. Just bear with me 1 second. There she is. It's a really, really simple design, but very, very effective. I'm sure you'll agree. So what you can do is you can just tweak any of these little areas within the hair if you wanted to. You know, you can just tweak the neckline a little bit if you want to. You can tweak the lips. You can make the nose slightly more pointed if you want to. So just make sure that when you've done this area, if you wanted to tweak it, you've allowed enough, because if you don't, then you won't be able to tweak it as easily later on. So I'm quite happy with that. I think it's come out really, really well. So there she is in all her finery. She'll be remembered for her diplomacy, her wisdom, and by those who met her for her humour. She always had a little smile on her face, didn't she? And how she put people at ease. Whether you're a royalist or not, the Queen was definitely respected and loved by many. And she'll always be there. She was always there to give guidance and reassurance to the people of the United Kingdom and to the Commonwealth. She'll be greatly missed. Thank you for watching.